Should I have her wait a couple minutes?
It says on air.
All right, welcome to the Oakdale Park and Recs Commission meeting on November 15th, 2022. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
No, but it's a really cool song.
All right, roll call. Looks like we are a full commission tonight. Did everyone get a chance to look at September's minutes? Comments, corrections? Motion to approve September 20th minutes?
I motion to approve.
Second?
I'll second it.
Mark, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And those minutes are approved. All right. We are all the way up to Jeff Koesling. You're up.
Good evening, Commissioners. So I'll just start off. Parks crews, we were cleaning all the parks, fall cleanup. We had two left. We had Guthrie and Tower. And then we were on to Boulevards. We finished there on Thursday at Tanner's just got over with Horseshoe, and we got this wonderful winter weather. So we're done with that for the year. And then, so we just switched everything over yesterday morning to winter, not knowing what we were going to get. We were supposed to get a little more today, which I'm glad we didn't. So it doesn't sound like maybe tomorrow it's just supposed to be the same what today was.
We
So
had like flurries through Saturday.
yeah, so we'll deal with it. And surprising to me, yesterday morning, my phone rings and Kilmer Electric says, we're here to put the electric in at 5 through 8. I said, well, that's not going to work.
Did they not
So-
live in Minnesota or?
Yeah, they live here. I don't know what the delay was for the last 3 or 4 months, but yeah, they showed up and everything's painted, everything's covered. So we can try and get it in this week. I don't know, we'll have to room everything on. I don't know what we're going to do, so.
It should melt off, I think. It's supposed to be up in the mid-30s.
Yeah, we're
this weekend,
hoping.
and
It's
by the
just
weekend.
we got all the zones painted, but it's more of a visual thing. And so hopefully we can get that in this week yet. They said it will only take them a couple days to do it, so.
Nice.
But that was a little shock to get that call. I'm like, what? So, yeah, other than that, with the changeover and the winter weather here, and I can report our 2 warming houses, portable from satellite, will be delivered next Monday at Walton and Eastside Park. So, yeah, so we're looking forward to that. They worked out great last year. I know at Eastside last year we had the 28-foot? I just went with the 2. They're both 30. I think they're 32 foot. So.
There's enough room up at Eastside.
Yeah, there's plenty, so we'll be okay. So yeah, other than that, I don't have a whole lot. Thank you guys for throughout the whole year, for all your services, and
Thank
So,
you.
yeah.
Thank you for
Thank
all
you.
your services.
yeah. So any questions? No, good. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Julie.
All right, so I do have the November update. I've got a community walk recap. We had nearly 300 walkers sign up this season, which is fairly typical for the walk. Out of the 300, we had 198 of those participants earning a gift card. So good to see that those that signed up actually received a reward for that. We had 117 walkers receive the highest reward, which was a $25 gift card, and they reached that 150-mile mark. So congrats to all of them. All the participants that walked 100 miles also received a free 100-mile club T-shirt from Big Frog T-shirts in Woodbury. So thanks to them for doing that. They do that for us every year. Our pumpkin carving contest. Congrats to the winners of our contest. Submissions were voted on during our flashlight pumpkin hunt. So all kids and adults voted on their favorites. I included that photo in the packet. So yeah, really good pumpkins. The skill level on those were amazing, and they seem to be every year.
I
So
was going to say, every year it seems like they up it.
they do a really good job. So the best was It's Corn. Spookiest was the Big Apple. That was amazing as well. They all were. And Bumpkin Pumpkin, and that was the 12 and under group. The Horsey Pig one for that one. Our indoor market kicked off last Saturday. Had a really good turnout. Over 300 participated. Next up is our Small Business Saturday, which will be on November 26th. And the market runs select Saturdays all winter long, and which will conclude on March 18th. So hopefully you'll be able to stop by one of the sessions. Our art fair is coming up this Saturday, and that is from 10 to 3 at the Discovery Center. We'll have live music by the Two Sisters, and that'll take place from 10 to 2, and we are full with 24 vendors, so we filled that one up. We've got our Santa's mailbox coming up. The collection letter boxes will be placed here at Walton and at the Discovery Center just after Thanksgiving. And once we receive all those, we forward those letters to the North Pole, and everyone gets a personalized letter from Santa.
Nice.
Yeah. And then we also have our Santa Fire Truck event, and that is in partnership with the fire department. And that'll be held on Thursday, December 8th, and that is from 6 to 7:35. So basically, the lighted truck begins at the North Fire Station and it goes all the way down to Hadley with the various stops with Santa visiting, and he gives out free candy canes for that. We also have our Winter Wonderland coming up, and that's our biggie of the year. That'll be on Saturday, December 17th, and that is from 9 to 1. I always get over 1,000 participants every year, so such a great turnout for that event. This year, again, we'll have our visit with Santa. We've got our horse draw and hay rides, dogs of winter, petting zoo, candy cane hunt, bonfire with s'mores, breakfast and lunch, holiday face painting, holiday craft station, and a gingerbread house contest, and that'll be new this year. And again, our partners include the Oakdale Area Chamber of Commerce and First Resource Bank. And finally, we are still hiring for rink attendants, so we're looking for a few more applications. So if you know anybody, send them our way. That season typically runs end of December through February, so looking for a couple more. That is all I have. I'll stand for any questions if anyone
Any questions for Julie?
has anything. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your services also.
Thank you.
I think this will probably be our last meeting this year.
It will be. We will resume next year in February.
Will
Yeah.
there be a workshop in January?
You know, I haven't heard yet. I will let you know if that will be happening, but I don't know that information yet.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner comments. We'll start with Glenn. Anything?
I can't say I have anything really pertinent to share right now.
All right. Jane?
Just that the Wellness 50-plus group is going to have another blood drive. That's December 30th, which is a Friday, and it runs from 9 to 3. I don't know, a lot of times they get filled up pretty quick as far as spots to donate blood, but you can always contact the Red Cross, or does Laura ever take those calls too? Or?
We don't take those reservations. That's
Contact Red
through
Cross.
Red Cross. Yep.
Yep. And that's about it. We've got lots of things planned for next year, but we'll talk about that next year.
All right, thank you. Glenn?
Well, as an added bonus for the blood drive, I will be there and handing out snacks and stuff.
Okay.
So come on up and see us. And I just wanted to wish everybody on the commission and everybody watching at home happy Thanksgiving.
You too, thank you.
Back at you. Yep.
All right, Steve?
Did you flood the ranks? Can we skate?
Night, yeah.
Is there a hold up on this or something?
I've turned them all on, so.
No.
All right, thank you. Mark?
No, just happy holidays, everybody, and be safe.
You? Freddie?
Nothing.
Okay. All right, Councilman Ingebrigtson.
Only thing I have is we're continuing to plug along on planning for the Willowbrook Parks. I have to admit, I can't speak for anybody else on the council, but for me, decision-making is a little bit easier now that we know that the local option sales tax passed. So it's gonna, I think, provide us at least a little bit of flexibility in terms of not just budgeting for parks, but across the board. You know, we're still gonna face several challenges here in the next probably 3 to 5 years, but the passing of the sales tax is going to make it easier. And, you know, these Willowbrook parks are going to be a substantial investment. So we're still working on that, and stay tuned. Any questions?
I did watch the council meeting the other night where you were discussing the Willowbrook parks. As much as, you know, hearing the dollar values were surprising.
Yeah, north of 5 million.
Yeah. My one concern was, because we're looking at the 5-year CIP plan right now, how are we balancing out maintaining that?
That's a great question, and, you know,
It scares me because we struggle today. And
I
we're
know.
adding on some major parks that.
I know. You know, and I've, you know, and not to get into too much about, you know, overall budget, but my big concern is going to be a possible plummet of housing values in terms of the levy. So, but, you know, but what might hopefully will offset that is the increased tax revenue from the Willowbrook development. And, you know, I'm not going to say it's going to be a self-funding proposition, but that will certainly help.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just want to throw it out there just so that.
Yeah, oh, no, and,
We're thinking about that
yeah,
going forward.
no, and, you know, it's always such, you know, budgeting is always such a delicate balancing act, and, you know, being one of the 5 people that is actually making those decisions, it's, you know, there's a lot of stress and a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You know, because you want to, you know, there's always more than one faction. There's a faction, I don't want to pay any more in taxes than I have to. And then there's a faction, you know, I want my parks kept up. I want them nice. You know, where is that happy median where everybody's, you know, somewhat happy? And it's very tricky. So,
I get it.
and in a way, a thankless proposition, but I signed up for it, so,
Yeah. All right. So I can't wait to start on that.
so.
All right. Anyone got questions for Jake? No? Awesome. Then can I get a motion to adjourn? Ready?
I'll second.
Second, Jan. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you. Happy holidays and good night.